The Lord desires His little parts to grow in divine virtue and become perfect like Himself. We revere saints of the past like Surdas, Tulsidas, Mirabai, Tukaram, Guru Nanak, Kabir and Narsi Mehta. We too must strive to become like them, transcendental in virtue and qualities, for that is true spirituality. Swami Vivekananda put it so well when he said, these great prophets were not unique. They were human as you and I, and they had attained super consciousness. And you and I can do the same. They worked on giving up those desires using the Buddhi Yoga, the yoga of the intellect, cultivating and practicing all this knowledge, and they achieved the goal, that Brāhmī sthiti, or state of liberation, can be achieved even while living in the world. So when that state arises, what happens to our soul? Shri Krishna now answers.
This is the last verse of Chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita. Sloka chanting is followed by translation and commentary by Swami Mukundananda.
Esha Brāhmī sthitis partha nainam prapya vimuhyati sthitva syamanta kalepi brahma nirvana mricchati.
O Parth, such is the state of an enlightened soul, that having attained it, one is never again deluded. Being established in this consciousness, even at the hour of death, one is liberated from the cycle of life and death and reaches the supreme abode of God. So Sri Krishna says, Arjun, when the soul reaches that point, Sri Krishna is developing the knowledge. So here his emphasis is on giving up desires. When he comes to the 9th chapter, etc., his emphasis will be on developing the desire for God, which is devotion, bhakti. So here he's talking about, he's just mentioned the virtues of not desiring. So he says, Arjun, when the soul perfects that art, when the soul attains mastery over this desire and is able to eliminate them totally, that soul reaches the Brāhmī sthiti, the state of enlightenment. So right now, we are under the bondage of Maya, the material energy. So this material energy has bound us all in ignorance. In that ignorance, we are thinking, I am the body. This world is mine. This world will be mine. I will not leave it ever. This person is mine, that person is mine. And in this consciousness, we are doing karmas. And the karmas are binding us. And this bondage is of many lifetimes. So there is the karmas binding us from endless lifetimes. There is the avidya, ignorance. There are the 3 gunas of Maya, sattva gun, rajogun, tamogun, mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. They are the pancha doshas of the intellect, the pancha koshas of the body. So many bonds of the material energy have got the soul in its mesh. So then what happens? Sri Krishna had mentioned it a few verses ago, that when you attach your mind to me, you will receive divine grace. So he says, Arjun, when that grace will descend, by that grace, you will get not just freedom from desires, not that, not dukha nivritti, atyantik dukha nivritti. The cause, Maya, that itself will be cut asunder. In other words, you are bound by Maya, God will cut that bondage and release you from the bondage of Maya. Maya will still exist, the world will still exist. Prisoners get released from the prison still exists, but they are freed from it. So the world will still exist, you will get released. In other words, you may still be alive, you may still be in the world, you may still be living, but Maya will no longer bind you. That is called Jivan Mukt Avastha. Liberated even while in the body. He who reaches the Jivan Mukta Avastha, now Maya is no longer binding him or her. That person has been released. So there are no karmas there. There is none of the avidya or the ignorance there. That person, Swairam Charanti Munayo Pinanahyamanas, is walking, working in the world totally free. For the benefit of others. And then when that person's prarabdha is finished, that person leaves the body and goes to the divine abode of God, never to come back again. So that Brāhmī sthiti, or state of liberation, can be achieved even while living in the world. Arjun, you can do it. Prahlad did it. Dhruv did it. Ambarish did it. Prithu did it. They were all big and powerful kings. They had bigger kingdoms than Indraprastha and Hastinapur. But they worked on giving up those desires, using the buddhi yoga, the yoga of the intellect, cultivating and practicing all this knowledge, and they achieved the goal, Arjun. You can also do the same. So when that state arises, the Vedas say, Vidyate hridaya granthis chidyante sarva sanchaya kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. Hridaya granthis, the bondage in the heart is cut asunder. All the doubts are dispelled because of the torchlight of knowledge. Kshiyante chasya karmani, that sanchit stockpile of karmas of endless lifetime is burnt. Tasmin drishte paravare. One is united with God, seated in the state of God realization. That state of God realization is what Sri Krishna says, Esha Brāhmī sthiti. The state of being seated in Brahma, being enlightened. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj ki.